What is the difference between murder and manslaughter? Why was this file transferred from Naivasha to Nairobi? The DPP found there was what is called malice aforethought. So they had an intention to harm somebody. Were they aware that what they were doing could have caused death? They failed to warn the girls to wake up and leave. If they were saying they never wanted to kill the girls, they wanted just to burn the dormitory, then they failed to give the girls a notice or a warning. On that, the DPP has nailed them. What about the other one that was left? People are saying the court released that one. It's not true. The investigations were done. The kids were in custody for 21 days. Investigations were done. There was no evidence linking one to the murder. If they are convicted, the law talks of sentence by death. Welcome to Court Helicopter Trending News. Utumishi Academy. 8 students are going to take the dock for murder charges. That is the question that we are asking. What is the difference between murder and manslaughter? Number 2, an issue that arose. The offense was committed in Gilgil, falling under the jurisdiction of Naivasha High Court and Naivasha Chief Magistrates Court. What happened and under which law are they being transferred from Gilgil to Nairobi? Welcome. Let us start with the first question. Why was this file transferred from Nakuru, from Gilgil, Naivasha to Nairobi? Under the Penal Code and under this Criminal Procedure Code, the state can decide where to charge anybody. The magistrates, once a matter of plea has been preferred, it is not the court that decides where the case will be dealt with. Unlike civil litigation, where you can only file a matter where the property is or where you reside, in criminal matters, it is very different. The DPP cited one ground, that these children who have been indicted that they are going to be charged for murder, their lives are in danger. Many of the people, many of the children who were banned come from around Gilgil area. So because of this, the families, the life of these children was in danger. Remember, the children, the 8 children, are not in prison. They are in a remand home. Remand home are under the Director of Children's Services. They don't enjoy the security prisons have. And therefore, this is an open ground. So they had to remove these children to bring them to Nairobi remand home. 2, there is a possibility their lives could have been endangered. So based on that, that is why they were transferred to Nairobi. Item number 2, why did the DPP approve charges of murder and not manslaughter? Murder is found in the Penal Code, Section 203 of the Kenyan Penal Code, Cap 63 of the laws of Kenya. It says, any person who of malice aforethought causes death of another person by unlawful act or omission is guilty of murder. So that is the charge they are facing. That the DPP found there was what is called malice aforethought. What is malice aforethought? It is found in section 206, which says of the penal code, malice aforethought shall be deemed to be established by evidence proving any one or more of the following circumstances. 1, an intention to cause death of somebody. Was there an intention to cause death? Yes. They went looking for either petrol, kerosene, or anything. That is not, they never got the petrol to lit candles. They never went for petrol to use in cars. They never went for kerosene to lit lamps. So they had an intention to harm somebody. So the first ingredient is if there is an intention to cause the death of somebody. 2, if there is an intention to do grievous harm to any person, it does not matter. Was there an intention to cause grievous harm to the other girls? Yes. 16 of them died. Others got severe burns. So those 2 ingredients are there. 3rd, the person being harmed or killed, whether that person is the person actually killed or not. The 3rd element is that it does not matter whether they wanted to kill a prefect or a matron or somebody, so long as somebody died. So there'll be no argument that I looked for this to kill Vivian, but instead I killed Cyrus. There is no exonerating evidence that you never intended to kill the person who died. So long as somebody has died, that is murder. 4, the girls had knowledge that the act that they were doing could cause death. The 4th point is that were they aware that what they were doing could have caused death? Yes. That is what they did. 5, what does the law say? The knowledge that any of their omission causing death will probably cause death or grievous harm to some people. Did they omit anything? Yes. They failed to warn the girls to wake up and leave. If they were saying they never wanted to kill the girls, they wanted just to burn the dormitory, then they failed to give the girls a notice or a warning. On that, the DPP has nailed them. 7th, whether that person is the person actually killed or not, although such knowledge is accompanied by indifference whether death or grievous bodily harm is caused or not, or by a wish that it may not have been caused. So the DPP in point number 7 has decided to charge these girls, these children, because of that. C, did the kids, the 8 girls, have an intent to commit felony? Felony is a serious offense. Murder is a felony. Manslaughter is a felony. Causing grievous harm is a felony. So, had they an intention to cause felony? That's number 8, yes. They walked quietly. Number 1. 2, they tiptoed. 3, they confirmed the other girls are asleep. 4, they had sourced for petrol or kerosene. 5, they hid that kerosene or that they used to burn without anybody knowing. 6, they waited until the security guards had slept. 7, they actualized the offense. 8, resulting to death of 16 young, beautiful girls of Utumishi Academy. So therefore, under ingredient C, the DPP has a case against them. Lastly, in D, did the girls, the 8 accused person, have an intention by the act or omission to facilitate the flight or escape from custody of any person who has committed or attempted to commit a felony? Did they want to escape? A few must have escaped, but they were arrested. Did they commit the offense? Yes. So the DPP decided to charge based on malice aforethought. This one, if they'll be convicted, the punishment is provided for in section 205. What is the penalty under section 205? Any person who commits the felony, that is section 204, punishment for murder. Any person convicted of murder shall be sentenced to death. Any person convicted, if they are convicted, the law talks of sentence by death. Why did the ODPP not charge for manslaughter? Manslaughter is provided for in section 202. It is very different from murder. In manslaughter, the Penal Code section 202(1) says, any person who by unlawful act or omission causes the death of another person is guilty of the felony termed manslaughter. 2, a unlawful omission is an omission amounting to culpable negligence, to discharge a duty tending to the preservation of life or health, whether such omission is or is not accompanied by an intention to cause death or bodily harm. The difference between manslaughter and murder is simple. In manslaughter, watu wanapanga njama. They plan, they arm, they execute, and somebody is murdered, somebody is killed. In manslaughter, what is important is somebody has died. This death might be out of self-defense. Were these kids defending their life? No. Was it an accident? No. Was it a fight that occasioned the death? No. Was it a reaction that was simultaneous? For example, in manslaughter, people are drinking in a bar. All of a sudden, there is a dispute about who is paying bill. A commotion arises. People box each other. Accidentally, somebody dies. There is no intention to murder. The reason why the 8 were charged is because of that. What about the other one that was left? People are saying the court released that one. It's not true. The investigations were done. The kids were in custody for 21 days. Investigations were done. There was no evidence linking one to the murder. And the law says if there is no sufficient evidence to charge, the ODPP under Article 157 shall not approve a charge sheet. So the young girl, one of them, who is lucky, was found to have been arrested by mistake. She must either be one of the girls hated by very many students, so her name was mentioned by the other colleagues. But the ODPP, after looking at the file and the investigating officer, the DCI, they made a conclusion she was not involved. And that is why she is not in the charge sheet. Lastly, this matter will be tried in Nairobi, in a high court station. In episode 2 about Utumishi Academy, we will tell you blow by blow, step by step, the procedures that are going to be followed. Wakili Danstan Omari, but we wish to pass our condolences to the 16 girls who passed on, to the family and other families. From Court Helicopter, we are condoling with the family. 2, we wish a fast recovery for those ones who are injured, to recover fast and return home. Wakili Danstan Omari, asante.